Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Learn Urdu using English Phonics, lesson number 4. This is a full English explanation for our English learners. Okay, let's quickly move on to discuss what's in today's lesson. Okay, in today's lesson, we'll be introducing you a new Urdu letter. Okay, a new Urdu letter, its formation, its phonetic code, what its phonetic codes, its full form, the joining form, and of course we'll also be translating into English along with the vowels. Okay, so our first effort is to make you recognize the script or crack the sounds. Once you are able to do it, Urdu is a very easy language to read. Okay, let's formally start the lesson. Okay, we are on to our lesson number 4, Learn Urdu using English Phonics. So let's move on to introduce you the letter today we'll be learning. Okay, this is the Urdu letter we'll be learning today. This is a consonant, Urdu consonant. Okay, let's move on to look it into the bigger screen and try to learn the formation so that you should be able to crack it easily. Okay, I have got this letter, Urdu letter over here. First of all, let me tell you, this is the m. This is the sound m, as in English phonics. This is sound m, like e, the mid. Okay, so the m. Okay, first of all, let's learn the formation. Okay, now you know it in the computer when it's written in the computer font, it's a bit different. Why? It's a bit different. In Urdu is basically deemed to be written with the marker, cut marker, like this one. Okay, a cut marker like this one. So let me first of all write it the same with this cut marker so that you should be able to understand how it's written. Okay, now it's written something like this. Okay, start from the up and just go down. But when we'll be writing it with this, we'll be writing it with the pointer. Basically we cannot write. It doesn't, fits well like that. So what we do, we basically make a small circle and make a small circle like this one, and just go over there, and then we get down. That's the full form of the sound Urdu sound. Okay, now what's the joining form? So it's something like that. In the joining form, we start from the below. Okay, we make a circle like this. Okay, then we go like this and we move something like it, and we leave it over here, and we'll not think that we'll not write it like this. This is the joining form. Okay, this is the joining form of okay, so let's one more time write it properly so that you should be able to understand this one. Okay, when we'll start the full form, okay, let's also erase this one. When we'll write the full form, you will be making a circle clockwise. Then we'll go over there, and then we'll go down like this. Okay, when we'll be writing the joining form, we'll start from below. Okay, circle like this, and we'll go anti-clockwise, and it's something like so. That's a full form, that's a joining form. But over here I told you it's a computer print form. Okay, so when you'll get used to it. Okay, it's something like this, and go down. That's why you'll see some difference in the script. So therefore we only picked one letter today so that you should be able to crack these this script. Once you are able to crack this script, rest of Urdu, I assured you, it's very easy language. Okay, let's move on to formally blend, start the blending. Okay, I have got over here my first letter to blend, and okay, now before blending, let's formally revise all the sounds what we have already done. Just take a quick round and let's move on to revise them. What's the first sound over here? This is A. Okay, we have written the code over here. What's the second sound over here? This is B. Okay, what's the joining form over here? B. This is P with the 3 dots down. This is its sound. And we'll start this at T. Okay, and this is the soft Ta. This is the. Okay, B. t, and this is a. Okay, we have done these highlighted ones, and we'll move over here. We have done this is not in the order, okay, alphabetical order. So these letters are not in the alphabetical order. Okay, this is the sound l. Okay, what's the joining form? L. Stop somewhere over here. L. Okay, it goes something like this. And we'll be doing today this one, and that is the n sound. And what's the joining form? This is n, and we have already done. This is o, the vowel o. Okay, and let's move on to formally start the blending. Okay, now over here this is our first word, Urdu word we need to blend. Okay, I told you one dot down, b sound. One dot up, n sound. This is the b sound. This is the n sound. That's how you can easily crack them. Okay. Now let's blend it. There is a sound over there. That's the first sound is n. And what's this sound? Na. And I told you this is nam. Okay. Over here I have got the phonetic or na. This dash represents this space over here. Nam. Okay, let me write it for you so that it becomes a bit more clearer. Na. And over here, you know, I have to start something like this. Nam. Okay. So it's a bit sloppy. Just, ignore this one. Nam. Okay. Nam means in English that's a name. In Urdu we say it's Nam. Okay, on this slide, I have used the joining form. We'll start with the joining form of the sound we learned today. Okay, I told you that in Urdu, we normally write with the cut marker. Okay, so over here in the computer font, they've used the same technique, but I told you when we're writing with the pointer, so we'll start with the joining shape. We'll start with an anti-clockwise circle. And go something like this. So over here, this is a sound okay, just think like this. It goes something like this. Okay, and what is this sound? We have already told you this is a vowel o, o, and this is the soft sound of ta. Okay, ta. So o, ta, mot. Yes, so this is a phonetic code o, ta. So from here, from these two dots, you will recognize this is a short form of ta. Okay, this is ta. Ma, o, ta, mot. Okay, mot in English we say this is a death, and in Urdu we say it's a mot. Okay, so let's write it o. Okay, let's change the color. O, ta, mot. Okay, on this slide, I have got a new Urdu word where the sound is used in a joining form, but in the beginning. Okay, I've already told you that in Urdu, we assume that we write with a cut marker, something like this. Okay, it starts something like this and goes up. So, you know, the font has also used the same format, but with the pointer, I told you how will you be going it, since it's a joining form and it's coming in the beginning. So this is its joining form. Okay, so we have got a sound over here, and followed by this sound ma. Okay, like this, ma, and I have already told you this is the soft t. Okay, mat. Okay, ma, ta, mat. So in the beginning it also looks something like this. So over here I have got the phonetic code ma, and this is the soft t. Okay, ta. Okay, ma. So from the two dots you have to recognize this is the soft sound. Mat in English we say this is a beat. Okay, this is the initial joining form, and that's how it looks something different in this initial joining form, and that was the full form. Okay, let's move on to look at its joining form somewhere in the middle. Okay, so we have got a word over here. Let's try to crack it. Okay, let me spot it. There is a sound over there. There is a sound over there. There is a sound over there, and there is a sound over there. Let's try to first of all crack the first sound. I've already told you the first sound we already led in the last lesson. This is the sound l, and what's the joining form? L, something like this. Okay, so over here we have to stop. Okay, so this is the first sound is the l sound l. Okay, today we learned this is the sound so it goes something like l, and over here this is the joining form of lum. Okay, and over here one dot down I told you it's the sound b, lum b, and what's this sound ba, lum ba, ba, lamba is known as tall. Okay, so you have to get used to this sound written in different fonts when it's written in the computer form, and that's how I have written it with the help of the pointer. Over here we have got the phonetic code lum ba, ba, lamba. Okay, since there is no space over here, so from here you can count how many sounds of 1 2 3 and 4. Over here 1 2 3 and 4 letter 4 sound. So that's how you can get yourself used to all these 4 forms. So this was all about today's lesson. So we are going a bit slow. Why? So we only want you to be able to crack the script. Once you are able to crack the script, Urdu is a very easy language to read, speak and understand. Until next video, bye bye, Allah Hafiz, God be with you.